Last Saturday afternoon, I had a big idea. I wanted to dye my hair blue. All the super cool people on my phone had awesome blue hair, so I thought, why not me too? I bought a box of hair dye from the store, and I was ready to become the coolest sophomore ever. How hard could it be? I opened the box and right away things went wrong. First, the gloves fell out and disappeared under the sink. Then my dog Pepper grabbed one and ran off with it. I had to chase her all over the house. By the time I got it back, there was a hole in one glove. Oh well, I thought. I'll just use it. Next, I had to mix the stuff in the bottle. Easy, right? Nope. When I shook the bottle, blue gunk exploded everywhere. My sink was a mess. My llama sweatshirt looked like a painting, and I smelled like a weird mix of plastic and cleaner. Pepper sniffed the spill, trying to lick it. No, Pepper, I yelled, pulling her away. This was not going as planned. Then it was time to put the dye on my hair. The instructions said to divide my hair into sections, but I didn't have time for that. I just glopped it on like frosting on a cake, a really, really messy cake. Soon my hands, forehead, and ears were bright blue. I looked in the mirror and laughed. I looked like I had turned into a Smurf. Suddenly, my little brother Jason opened the door. "What happened to you?" he asked, staring. "Did you fall into a pool of paint?" "Get out," I yelled, waving a blue glove at him. But when I did, tiny blue drops splattered his shirt. One even went on his cheek. "Mom's gonna freak out," Jason shouted, running to find her. Now, I didn't just have blue hair. I had a big problem too. My hair was supposed to sit in the dye for 20 minutes. At first, it tingled a little. Then it started to burn. Uh-oh, I thought. I ran to the shower, turned on the water, and started rinsing. That's when I saw it. Blue water everywhere. It was all over my tub, my arms, even my elbows. How did it get on my elbows? Finally, I grabbed a towel and tried to dry my hair. I couldn't wait to see my new electric blue look. But when I checked the mirror, oh no, my hair wasn't blue all over. It was greenish, blotchy, and weird. I had patches of brown hair, some turquoise tips, and streaks that looked like seaweed, I groaned. I looked like a melted crayon. And guess what? That's when my mom walked in. She stared at me with her mouth wide open. What did you do?" she asked. "I dyed my hair," I said quietly. "It looks like an art project gone wrong," she said. "Your head is glowing." "It's not that bad," I said, trying not to cry. But when I looked in the mirror again, I knew she was right. It took forever to clean up. The bathroom sink looked like a blue puddle. I scrubbed my skin, but my ears and fingers stayed blue for days. I thought I'd have to move to the moon to hide from everyone. Who would want to be seen with seaweed-colored hair? Monday came way too fast. I walked into school with my hood up and my heart pounding. I tried to sneak to my locker without anyone seeing me, but my best friend Mia spotted me right away. "What happened to your hair?" she asked, laughing so hard she almost fell over. "Did you do that on purpose?" "It's a long story," I said. I waited for her to call it ugly or weird, but instead she said, "Honestly, it's kind of cool, like punk rock or something." By the end of the day, people started asking me questions like, "How did you get that color?" and "Are you starting a band?" Even some older kids told me my hair looked awesome. I couldn't believe it. By Friday, everybody called me Blue Explosion. It became my nickname. Even the teachers said it. My hair was still green and patchy, but somehow it didn't matter anymore. I learned that when things go wrong, sometimes you just have to laugh. Would I dye my hair again? Not anytime soon. Next time I want a new look, I'll ask a grown-up to help. Or maybe I'll just stick with my old normal hair. But even though this was a disaster, it's a memory I'll never forget.